harder to kill than your father. The odd thing is, I enjoyed it. I never gave up. Never gave in. I regret it's finished. Give my love to Harry when you see him. It's over, Morgan. You planning to fight me with that little stick?
No, Uncle. With this. Bad dog.
Hi, this is Michelle Ruff, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks.
Army mateys, we're heading to 7 Seas to talk about Cutthroat Island. Yay. Now,
I'm never going to tell you to do an opening ever again. No, because you did it so enthusiastically. Matey.
No.
Scurvy dogs.
Wait, D. No. First of all, D, he did it right. You want to know why he did it right? Is because he did it average for an average movie.
This is true.
Yes, average.
D says this is my movie, and it is because it's my movie for all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong.
I was a kid that I think, like a lot of other kids, you got sucked into pirate movies, whether it was Treasure Island or Muppet Treasure Island, which was very entertaining because of fucking Tim Curry and stuff, and a lot of
I'm mad that you mentioned the puppets.
Hey, that movie was entertaining. Deny it all you want to. That movie was entertaining.
I'm with you. No, I can co-sign what you, CJ.
My dad took me to the theater to see that movie, and I loved every minute of it. So yeah, I pirate movies to me has always been in those territories where I enjoy them, but it's like if you told me which I enjoyed more as a kid, westerns or pirate movies, I enjoy westerns more, maybe because I had a close connection to my grandfather and he watched a lot of westerns. But pirate movies were always I enjoy them to an extent, and you might sit there and say a black person enjoying a pirate movie. Yeah, I know black people, slavery, that's a thing that happened.
Well, don't get too upset on that, because I had to be told by a whole bunch of white people not too long ago that there were so many different other colors instead of white people who were pirates. Okay, what about the pirates now? All you hear about is the Somali pirates. They're all black. And you're probably saying, why did they say that to you, D? Well, very simply. It was something going on where they said there was something going on. It was a story from Vice that said that there was this country getting looted and pillaged and all the rest of that shit. and everybody was making the pirate jokes, right? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're talking about pirates or white people. And everybody died. Here's the problem. What do you mean? We don't rape and pillage. I'm like, tell that to every yellow black person in the country. Then I had to get facts.
Also,
I had to get
this country
facts
was founded on raping and pillaging, just a FYI, so you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this country was founded on that. And like I said, I pretty much got a history lesson from a white person, which, like I gotta say, white people, getting a history lesson for you is like reading the instructions to Street Fighter by reading the instructions for fucking King of Fighters. Yeah, it's genuinely, it's kind of right, but it ain't.
It really ain't. It's like, okay, guys,
They
whatever
got
you
the
say.
idea now. I mean, yeah, it's like, hey, Chris, it's the same punch button. It ain't the same game.
It's like instead of square, it's like,
You know, there was also another comparison movies that you would go with pirates being involved, and that was that dumb argument that started in the 90s, and I believe it has not gone away yet, and that was pirates versus ninjas.
I'm not going.
You know who is still having those conversations, Eris? White people who still watch Friends on repeat. Those,
Look,
I never understood the argument. Like, all right, I get it. Pirates are cool. Ninjas are cool. What's so funny about this meme? And the only reason why it's still a thing is because, 40-year-old white people exist. So, it's not going to die until they die.
Now, you might be asking yourself, why are we talking about pirates? Well,
Maybe.
Yeah, so we have talked about one Rennie Harlan multiple times, whether it's Cliffhanger, whether we talked at length about Mindhunters. We talked about Deep Blue Sea. That's one of his big ones and stuff. Die Hard 2. But he's had some sneakers, and Cutthroat Island. This is a movie that, whoo, man, it did some careers.
The whole story.
Cutthroat. Hold on. If I could describe what Cutthroat Island is a sniper.
Cutthroat Island is what happened to that one gay club in the 70s where it's like, hey Alan, hey guys, I'm talking to Mike. Hey Alan, get me off a speakerphone. This is just you and me.
But here's the kicker though, right? So in order for them to do Cutthroat Island, right? I'm gonna break this down, folks, because I think we're probably the only people to break this shit down, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that shit.
Come on.
No.
Look, Chris, I love the enthusiasm, but real talk. As long as there are internet reviewers out there, they're going to be really
Nobody cares about written fucking rules, D. We're doing it for fun. We're having fun with this shit. That's why.
How's it even?
And this is why CJ is awesome.
We're having fun with this, all right?
What rules did you say it was again?
I said no. Those people did it in written form. Nobody fucking reads, all right? All right? People listen to stuff now.
What about the one I feel bad for? And I seen like the reviews on YouTube. This one guy got like a 45-minute one and only got like 6,000 views. And I laughed because it's been on the internet for the last 7 years. And I'm just like, yo, dog, I feel you, man.
Now here's the thing, right?
You did all that work.
They had the studio, all right? Was it Caraco? They had to make room for the Cutthroat Island budget. In order to do that, they had to cut a Arnold Schwarzenegger produced movie called Crusade.
Hey Chris, can you just let's save it for 1 second. Mm-hmm. That word right there, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This studio has been known to overpay for Stallone and Schwarzenegger. They got like Schwarzenegger doing Terminator 2, which was under their studio. Mm-hmm. And you're probably saying, wait a minute, Terminator 2? Yes. Mm-hmm. This studio put out fucking hits.
Yep.
It put out real fucking hits. But the one damning thing that they did, they just overpaid for not only just for the production, but they overpaid certain stars too. And Stallone and Schwarzenegger got overpaid all the time. They would get paid at the time, which was high, $14 million just to do a fucking movie.
D, can we also put Louis Gossett Jr. in that category? Because they paid for the first 3 Iron Eagle movies, too.
All right, first off, you know for a fact. We already had this discussion with Art Evans. You know they only pay that nigga so much money.
Second of all, hold on.
That studio dared to say, "Hey, we're gonna do all 3
Iron
Iron Eagle movies."
Hold up a minute there. Hold up a minute there. First of all, and second of all, actually, Louis Gossett Jr. deserved it.
True. But the studio said,
it.
"You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna give you 2 more sequels, Louis, because people love you in the F-16 flying."
He's the only brother before Mario Van Peebles to survive getting eaten by a shark.
I think the only reason why there were multiple Iron Eagle movies, and there's a brief little story between you and me with Iron Eagle. I hate the fact, Chris, that we're never going to do Iron Eagle.
Maybe the first one. That's about it.
Maybe the first one. I will say that. We're probably going to do the first one eventually. Don't you look at me for these other fucking sequels.
Nah,
I wouldn't put that on the sequels. You want to know why they made the sequels? Because, hey, Mr. Gossett, we don't have anybody else. I'll do it. Do you even know what movie I'm about to pitch to you? No, but I'll do it. Iron Eagle 2. Shit.
And Iron Eagle 3. Shit, I do got to pay off this Cadillac. Fuck
God
it. All
damn it. I got to do it. Why you got to do it, Lou? Just bought that Cadillac. I got to pay it off. Like, nigga, how much you got paid $200,000. Well, how much expensive was the Cadillac? And it wasn't the Cadillac. It was inside the Cadillac. What was inside the Cadillac? And Lou looks both ways. All right, man. This is about 15. There's about 15 bags of cocaine in there. Now I got to deliver this shit down to Mexico, and I need you to do it for me. What you need me to shut the fuck up, nigga? Now while I'm doing the movie, all you have to do. Lou never seen that guy ever again.
So the thing is, it's like. They had to cancel, again, an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie to free up some spots. But they also sold, I guess, distribution rights for Showgirls and Stargate.
First of all, how are you going to sell $20 million in interest? You're going to sell
Not
it
interest,
over...
distribution. Well, it's interest, and then it turned into distribution. So,
Yeah. Like, either way, you sold $20 million for Showgirls and Stargate. You sold it for, number one, a movie that's become a ridiculous meme, and number two, a sci-fi movie that y'all really dropped the ball with this one.
But see,
it felt, Stargate, even in its second life, felt like, who's making this a thing?
Look,
which one of you are making
to
this
his
thing?
credit, Sci-Fi back in the early days, yes, kids, not Sci-Fi, Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel made it a thing where they had Stargate SG-1 with MacGyver. And it's like, that was the catch. MacGyver is head of fucking Stargate SG-1. And then, like you said, D, they got crazy. Stargate Atlantis. Okay.
Yep.
Stargate was Stargate Universe. Okay.
I never watched that. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Stargate and for 2 years, a Stargate animated series called Stargate Infinity.
Now I know about that, but I never seen it again. Mm-hmm. Stargate is one of those things that just survive.
Showtime, just like a lot of TV shows back in the 90s, they ran Stargate into the fucking ground. Just like I think CW or WB at the time ran Highlander into the fucking ground. Like they milked that shit for all it's worth.
No, that's kind of funny though that you mentioned that we mentioned that Showgirl. You said they had to sell the distribution rights to both of them, which is true. But and it's kind of funny because Studio Canal, I think, owns the rights to Stargate, which now owns was it Calico? Not Calico, whatever the name of this company is called. But but they own them now. But here's the best thing about this. Even though they sold the distribution rights of Showgirls was in hand with this movie of taking down the studio.
And that's also on top of them literally duping the fucking overseas people like, hey guys, this is going to be a fucking hit. Cutthroat Island. Buy it up right now.
The fact that they had to promise the other countries that this movie was going to be a hit.
You're already.
But you gotta think about it. But you gotta think about it. You have to convince a lot of these different countries that this is going to be the big thing in their country that's going to make them a lot of money too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to convince people of that shit, and that goes on today. Because I can imagine the people from Pacific Rim, like, hey, Australia, you want this? Sure. Hey, Malaysia, no. Thailand, no. China, you fucking rightly want it. Like,
especially that second one.
Yes or no.
The second one, I think me and you were talking about this. I was like, there's a reason why this shit is set in fucking Hong Kong and shit in the final battle. China made sure, like, yo, this final battle got to be in fucking China. We got to show a fucking Gundam to get everybody in there. This shit better be in fucking shit.
You know, it's the truth. It's the truth. And I laugh at, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny that they had to do that. You have to, because if you know this is before Netflix, before you hit that bullshit. Hey man, put it on Netflix, you might get a profit. You can't do that shit in 1995. No.
Nope.
No. It had to fly. And see, that's another thing. This movie itself was under a microscope by all the critics. All the critics. I mean, this is one of those because they hyped themselves up. It was $98 million the budget was $98 million. That was fucking high.
You know what? You might as well round it up to $100 million. Fuck it.
Going off of the inflation calculator, given the fact that this movie cost $98 million in 1995, you want to know how much you would be paying for Cutthroat Island to be made in 2019?
I'm gonna go with a good $300 million.
No, you are definitely overshooting. This movie would have cost $164 million to make.
I was gonna say $150 million budget, but damn.
I don't know. I thought it would be $3. But I only say $3 because you know how advertising is now, man. You know.
But you know the kicker is too. You also got to realize too the '90s were a different time because I mean maybe it's a stretch for me saying this. To have a movie go straight to like video at that time. That was like a career ender for your ass. Like,
oh yeah, that crushed it. That crushed it. It's kind of funny that we were seeing like we're seeing advertisements for that shitty movie Brightburn. Mm-hmm. But if this was the 90s and you saw it coming out this quick on video, you'd be like,
damn,
yo,
yeah, you automatically written it off as a terrible movie. Like anytime a movie comes out, anytime a movie comes out, like back then, anytime a film came out in theaters and it's released in theaters and it only stayed for barely a month, and then by the next month it was on VHS already.
Oh yeah. I mean, and that's the thing
too.
I thought the same thing. Watching like when Chris, you took a picture of that little 10 case of Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, like, it's only been a few months, and I remember saying it, yo, this was 97.
I mean, look,
yep.
That's the thing. It was a death sentence back then because if Cutthroat Island was made now, that shit would be on fucking Netflix just like Black Sails and shit. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Because right now, like Black Sails, that was a show that came on Stars, and they got 3 seasons. Now, we're in the age now where you can do pirate shows like that and you get kickbacks from doing it overseas filming and stuff because you got people that film over in New Zealand and stuff. Especially in New Zealand. That's the big thing now because New Zealand has a huge, like, thriving business for studios to film down there and stuff. I mean, hell, I think Christina Milian has a fucking movie where her character literally goes to fucking New Zealand and shit. Like, that's not even a joke. That's facts. Like, that they're thriving down there. Fucking Power Rangers went to damn New Zealand. Like, it's wild.
But I'm sorry. You're talking about New Zealand, and you're not mentioning their big money maker, which was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that too. So it's like I mean,
Wouldn't you
say Xena and Hercules too?
I don't think Xena was actually recorded down there, actually, though.
You sure?
Yes, Lucy Lawless. Yes, Lucy Lawless is from New Zealand. I don't know if they filmed
in New Zealand.
I don't think they filmed it there.
I don't think they filmed
somewhere overseas, though. I know for a fact they did. So I know.
Look, the point is, the point is, yeah, of course, you're going to have to, of course, somewhere where it's going to be cheap. This movie didn't do that.
No, because back then, again, you had to. This is a movie
shot in the foot every single time and tried to do anything.
This is a movie that literally, if you look at the behind the scenes, these motherfuckers literally were filming on the open waters. No bullshit. Yep. Like, they had cameras on the boats and everything, and you see that in the movie, and it's like, I appreciate the authenticity, guys, but
And I was going to mention, you know what? That's a good thing, you know, because this is going to be a discussion. Trust me, y'all. We're not going beat for beat, but that's the one thing I appreciated from Eris. Eris was the first one of us that had a review in on our little chat, and Eris did mention something about how it was. Like, he thought it was all right. It wasn't that bad.
Like, so basically, when I watched it, I said, you know what? The feeling I got from it is, yeah, this movie bombed really hard, but you look at it now as someone who never watched it back in '95. I look at this now and it just made me ask the question, how did this bomb? Like, how did this really bomb so bad? I got it. I mean, I get it. Yes, you went for practical effects. Practical effects, cool. That's what made me enjoy the movie even more. There's my boomer card for the day. The other thing that I liked about it was the fact that there was a lot of action. There was a lot of action in this movie, but there were some points of acting where I felt like, okay, you guys could have done another take, but yeah, whatever. I felt there was. And then the other thing that just because we've gotten many pirate movies over the years, like since this one, I said, you know what? I felt like if Rennie Harlan had, if he had gotten a hold of Jerry Bruckheimer back in '95 to make this, it probably would have had a better payoff. But let's also not forget in '95, Bruckheimer was busy with another super cash cow called Bad Boys. Mm-hmm. So he was too busy. Couldn't get him. But if he had him, I have a feeling he would have had a really good moneymaker on his hands, because he would have had the proper production of Bruckheimer to say, well, you know what? If Pirates of the Caribbean was made back in the '90s, this is what we would have gotten.
See, it's kind of funny that it's funny that you say that, because Pirates had a different struggle to even get to the screen. They went through the same thing. Nobody wanted to watch pirate movies. This is based off a ride. What's the They went through so many rewrites. They went through so many rewrites. Went through different directors. Disney didn't want to do it. Then they wanted to do it. Then they didn't want to do it. Then they wanted to do it. Like I said, it was so much crap just to put it on screen. But the difference was, and it's when you see, it's clearly you see in the difference of both of these movies. They Pirates just had a better writer, had better timing, had better actors, and it just came off a lot better. Now, here's the funny thing. I did ask this one question though, Eris. Mm-hmm. Even though I liked it less than you, because there was nothing. Harmless is not the word for it.
I'm not going to call it. Yeah, I can't call it harmless.
Harmless is like letting it go.
It's shrug worthy.
Yeah, harmless is letting it go. No. Harmless is letting it go. Like, it's okay. You know, pulling a Chris. But more what? No, it wasn't a harmless. It was more of that's bad. That's bad. More of that. Gina, was that the only take that you? Okay, whatever, fine. Mm-hmm. It was like there were just so many. You can tell that there's a difference between just the production. You can tell that the production itself was fucking hell. Mm-hmm. You can tell that they had to go through rewrites. You can tell that the studio stopped recording probably for a whole fucking 2 weeks because of some bullshit. Which was one of the big things, Chris, was that they had to stop shooting because the water that they were shooting in, where the actors did their little scene in, it was pumping out raw sewage. So they had to stop production. Rennie Harlan had to go into his own wallet and pull out $1 million.
Shows you how much fuck you money Rennie Harlan had on hand too.
No. This is not on Rennie Harlan. This is more on MG fucking M. MGM didn't have $1 million.
No, I was saying, Rennie Harlan literally had $1 million on hand, which shows you how much money he was really stockpiling for himself.
I don't think he was. It makes me think that look, real talk. He was married to Gina Davis. Half of that was Gina's.
Let me also point out it wasn't just the development. I mean, it wasn't, we already covered the development side and the filming, which was also a nightmare. I gotta go into the casting, because the casting was probably the biggest nightmare of all. All right, I'm gonna need everybody to buckle up, because we about to take a good ride on this one. So, the character that always made me question, there was something about this guy. Like our boy what's his name? No. Yeah, Shaw, basically. The actor who played
Oh, you talking about Matthew Modine.
Yeah, with Matthew Modine. Okay, now the thing with Matthew Modine is it makes you wonder how he ended up getting this role. So along the ride, we got Michael Douglas, who was originally agreed to play Shaw under two conditions. Number one, the filming had to take place immediately because he was only available for a limited amount of time, and his character had to have...
Hold on. How do you like dick swinging Michael Douglas?
Hey, he's allowed to do that shit if you want to be real.
Right now.
He's allowed to do it because it's like, he's
first of all,
allowed to do it. You gonna tell Michael Douglas no, fucking Mr. Gordon Gekko? Fuck no, you ain't gonna tell him no.
Are you really gonna tell the man who slammed the golden box of of Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct? I know, right? No.
Actually, I'm ashamed of both of you. You're not gonna talk about the golden white ass that I saw in after he banged out Glenn Close. Wait a minute, what movie was that? God, what was the name of that movie, Chris?
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, Fatal Attraction. Yeah, Fatal Attraction was another one.
Real talk, he had a
Fatal
trifecta.
Attraction.
That dude hit a trifecta. You banged out Glenn Close, fucking Sigourney Weaver. Not Sigourney Weaver. Fucking Kathleen Turner and Sharon Stone. That's a trifecta right there.
Kathleen Turner.
That's a trifecta right there, man. Jeez.
Yeah, he had a woman, man. He definitely had a body count in the 90s. But anyways, so not only that's messed up.
Hold on. Actually, Chris, this is a bit of confusion. It's kind of funny. Even though Chris, you mentioned this movie a lot, I really meant to get Romancing the Stone, and I thought to myself, fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not talking about the glorious chin of Michael Douglas.
And Danny DeVito.
But check it out. So not only was his time that he had available very limited, his character also had to have the same amount of screen time as Gina Davis. Douglas eventually...
Rennie ain't gonna like that. Let me tell this nigga.
Hold up, D. Brace yourself. After Douglas eventually pulled out, claiming that his role was expanded at his character's expense, while even Gina Davis wanted to quit when Michael Douglas quit, but she was contractually obligated to finish the film.
AKA, I'm sucking my husband's dick.
Wait. Hold on. Let me finish this other part. See, when you find out that she was contractually obligated to finish the film, you can see it in her acting in this movie.
Oh yeah, you can. You know what? That being said, I can tell because a lot of times where she kind of had this little. It was weird that she had this. It's hard for me to explain. It was more like a. You can see her in the backgroround. There's a scene where Dog has a fucking knife to her fucking throat, and she has just hurry the fuck up. Look,
I mean, it's weird.
The scene where Shaw was getting fucking auctioned off, and everybody just sitting there fanning themselves. The look on Gina's face was like, "Get this goddamn monkey off me! It is 90 degrees out here." No, I can tell. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's weird because it's like
she had that look like if this monkey touches my boob, Rennie, I am divorcing. She was like, if it touches me one more time, Rennie, I am divorcing you.
I mean, and the thing of it is too, it's the idea of. You compare that to Long Kiss Goodnight, where she clearly was having fun with Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, this Cutthroat Island really did break her to where she really didn't give a fuck.
I think it's just like we already said, it was hell to do, and I think nobody was happy. Oh, it seems like one of those movies where no one was happy.
Not only was no one happy, which this goes into the next part of the casting. So after Douglas had quit, Harlan was so preoccupied with trying to find a male lead that the set construction and script work were done without his input. Consequently, it led to Harlan. Of course, Harlan did not like what he saw. when the shooting was set to begin, which led to the most expensive rebuilding and rewriting.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Rewriting scripts, people don't realize it. It's fucking expensive. It's always going to be expensive because the thing of it is, it's like, and I think what was funny, because I remember recently Marlon Wayans was talking about how the studios fucked up Don't Be a Menace. So they had to literally reshoot that whole fucking movie and rewrite the whole damn movie.
Yeah. And think about this. Yeah. And think about number one, the original script that you gave to the studio when they approved it and gave you the green light to make the film. And the money on top of that. When you have to go back, and make rewrites, 9 times out of 10, you got to get it approved by the studio.
Also, we're not. Everybody thinks it's just, or it's a rewrite, so you have to do this. No. Nobody counts in the man hours that it takes for somebody to go back and see. That's what they wrote at first. Now, how can I do that, but do it differently? Oh, and also make sure we don't have a scene where that happens. Make sure we don't have a scene where this happens. Rewrite this entire page because the dialogue is shit. You're telling somebody pretty much to do homework.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody to do a fucking thesis all over again.
The worst is having to do a rewrite right there on the spot. On set.
Yeah. And then the kicker about all this is that if you look at the list of actors that literally turned down the role, it's fucking hilarious. You had Charlie Sheen, Michael Keaton, Daniel Day fucking Lewis, Tim Robbins, Gabriel Byrne, Tom Cruise.
All right. You know who?
Jeff Bridges. Mm-hmm. Hold up. The list goes on. Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, Russell Crowe, Liam Neeson, Jeff Bridges, Ralph Fiennes, Charlie Sheen, Michael Keaton. Gabriel Byrne. And then, let's not mention all of them. The fact that they all turned down the role before Modine decided to do it. And not only did he agree to it because of his experience as a fencer, but before they got with him, there was a guy by the name of Oliver Reed who was originally cast for a cameo as a character.
Fucking Reed. Some of you know who that is. Mm-hmm. This drunk ass nigga.
But what got
him and Lee Van Cleef? No bullshit. Him and Lee Van Cleef and fucking got Peter O'Toole are some drunk ass motherfuckers.
Nigga, he looked drunk on damn Gladiator. I'm like, dog, are you been drinking, dude?
First of all, and this just goes to show you how much this dude is a drinker, because why is it that he got fired after he got into a bar fight and attempted to expose himself to Gina Davis while he was intoxicated?
See, you're being nice when you say that, Aris. I'm gonna lay it out there what really happened. He showed his dick to Gina so he could sit there and ask what her size was, and she was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's
really important at Chris.
No, that was actually a better. That was a better wording. That was definitely a much better wording.
Expose himself is like he exposed his chest hairs. No, fuck that. He showed his dick to her. That's what happened. Fuck all that, man.
No, I'll take it one step further. This is what happened. Oh my God, Oliver, what the hell? What do you mean? What the hell? All right, I got into a fight. Oh, it's Gina. Hi, Gina. How you doing? Hey, I got a question. If we're going to be on camera together, check out my wanker real quick. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Look. Now, I understand, baby. It looks bad. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, dude. Just leave. Oh, my God. Can I just get Keanu Reeves? Keanu said no, Gina.
Like, I'm sorry I couldn't get Mr. Johnny Mnemonic in here.
Now, you want to know the best part about all this? You want to know the best part of all of this? I think 2 actors would have been perfect for it, and I really do mean this. I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis and Liam Neeson would have been great. And you gotta realize this is before gruff Liam Neeson, where he was more of an actor and he could do different things and all that. So I think Liam would have been really good for it, man. But then again, he just did Schindler's List, so he kind of didn't need this fucking movie. And Daniel Day-Lewis is Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't think there was enough acting for him.
Besides,
you know what I mean?
I laugh at the fact too that after the stories about Oliver Reed on set, Matthew Modine is the only one that literally took went to bat for him and stuff when people were talking, like, because again, you're in Hollywood, people are going to ask stories about Cutthroat Island behind the scenes, and they asked him about Oliver Reed, and he literally was like, yeah, I heard those stories about Oliver Reed. I think it's all bunk. Oliver was a gentleman. Sure, he had a reputation as a man who enjoyed a drink, but only offset. His reputation as an actor is stellar. Professional. I stand by that. And I'm like...
D-Shaw 3 Black Geeks. So when he pulled out his penis, was it balls first or head first? You gotta tell me. The fans want to know. The fans demand
Entertainment Tonight. Exclusive.
Look, I can imagine Eris where he sways his head to the side. Hi, I'm Eris. No, and Eris, look, this is Eris trying to rebrand himself. Hi, everybody. I'm DeJuan Waters. And this
Entertainment Tonight with John Tesh.
Look, Eris got his skin is lighter. He got hazel eyes. Me and Chris like this sellout ass nigga. Look, here's Chris. Here's Chris. Did he give you that Corvette? Yeah, he did give me that Corvette, man. That's homie right there, though.
DeJuan Waters, John Tess's chin, and Mary Hart.
Hi, I'm John Tess's chin. Mary's out right now by being a bitch. We go down to DeJuan Waters, who is down on the set of Cutthroat Island. The one we got down there. You won't believe what I got, Chinny Chin Chin. How's everybody doing? I'm doing fine here down at Cutthroat Island. I'm talking to Matthew Modine. Now, Matthew Modine, I have a question. One really good question. You know this movie's a piece of shit, right? Where you go, Mr. Modine? Mr. Modine, hey, nigga, get back. All of a sudden, the black get out of him. Fuck you going in, nigga. I'm sorry about that.
See, you did Entertainment Tonight right there when you had said what he did. When you said, so when he pulled it out.
Current affair.
No. Right there when you said, right there, D, when you had said, I'm sorry. When he pulled it out, which one was it? Cue the Sports Center.
Oh my God! Quick, cut to the commercial. Crystal Light is the best.
I swear, it's like, dog, yo, Matt, dog, I get it. You love Oliver Reed, but dog, he took his dick out in front of Gina. You don't have to do that.
All of that made me say one thing to Modine. You, sir, would make an excellent spin doctor.
You would.
Jesus Christ, man.
You know what? I hate to be that person. You think Modine went to one of them parties that Jeffrey threw on Chris?
Probably. He had to get in somehow.
No, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny saying that, man, because a part of me thinks when I see like certain casting, I ask myself, do the producers like them enough to take them to one of them parties where there's like a 14-year-old like doing go-go dances in a cage?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's always like the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Yeah.
I know. I've been to three of them. Anyway.
Here's the thing, too. Also, so this film was shot in the Mediterranean studios in Malta. And this should have been a huge sign that this movie was going to fucking bomb, because guess what other movies that bombed that was filmed here, too? Orca, Popeye, and Raise the Titanic. There you go, right there.
Oh,
ironically,
that is an ugly lineup.
Wait. You want to know the biggest irony of all of those? They're all movies that took place on water.
It still makes you know what, Chris. That's just the truly amazing part of all this
a sick
is,
joke.
if I'm mistaken, didn't a couple years after this, didn't Waterworld come out and did?
Yes, that was another horrible.
This is like a sick joke, like, dog. Who is? Yo,
Waterworld, real talk. Waterworld is terrible. It's a terrible movie.
It's like,
but it made money.
Hold on, you want to know
shit
something?
had heart. Tell you that much.
One of those other movies that took place on the water that bombed. This just goes to show you that James Cameron paid attention. He took a movie that was supposed to take place on water and had it filmed in the sun.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. He took a movie that was supposed to he took a story that took place on the water, but filmed it in a sound studio.
Exactly.
Wait. Waterworld came out the same year.
Yeah, it did.
Hold on. And then, not only that, they showed you how to do it, son. The budget was $172 million. And it made back $264 million.
Power of Kevin Costner, sir. You believe in Kevin Costner, a.k.a. I play Jonathan Kidd. Don't save me, son. Save the dog.
Yo, Kevin Costner, real talk. Ayo, Kev, you hearing me? I'm going to say real talk. I'm going to be real 100% with you. You are a shitty actor. Your motherfucking dick-sucking lips got to be great. I don't know how you keep getting work, but you get it.
Bruh. This is the same guy that I think his only box office bomb was The Postman. And here's the ironic part about The Postman. Even that didn't lose money for Warner Brothers compared to what fucking damn Cutthroat Island did. Isn't that ironic? That's ironic?
Very ironic.
That's a joke. That is a joke. That is a fucking joke. Oh my gosh, man.
Because
Cutthroat
joke. Island holds the record as the biggest box office bomb in history.
It's up there. I heard that others are going. There's got to be another one that breaks.
I'm surprised that Fantastic Four reboot didn't join it. I'm shocked. I am shocked.
Basically, what I saw.
This is actually no. You don't want to know what saved it? All the CGI that went into it.
Okay, true.
Somebody asked me.
You could say the budget for that went in at a discount.
Actually, and it wasn't like I said, I mentioned this last time. I was like, it wasn't like Justice League where it didn't bomb, but it didn't make no money because of the production. The production basically curbied everything.
I was gonna say same as Tron Legacy.
Yep, same thing.
Here's the funny part.
It just didn't make his money at the end of the day. Because the production swallowed everything.
I was gonna say movie one of the biggest budgets in the world, and even though the return was more than what they budgeted, you got to factor in all the advertising and how much everything truly costs.
Actually, never mind. There's a bunch of movies that's like on some hold my beer status on this shit.
I told you. There's a bunch of them.
I'll make it real quick. So Mars Needs Moms apparently estimated lost $140 million.
God damn.
The Lone Ranger, I fucking forgot about that goddamn movie. Yep. Apparently that movie lost close to $200 million.
What about John Carter?
John Carter, that's
there.
Another one. Yeah, that's up there. That lost.
Hey, and to show you that there's proof that movie, those movies hurt people. Notice that the star always took a hit. The star took a hit in some type of way.
Shockingly enough, did not get killed on Lone Ranger. That's the shocker part about it.
He didn't get killed, but here's the thing. Because The Man from U.N.C.L.E. didn't do so well in the box office, it didn't help either.
It broke even, basically. He lucked out. It broke even.
This is the sad part. I like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I was like,
it's a great movie.
It's a great movie, but I was sitting there like, hey, yo, guy, Mr. Richie, you know you ain't going to make your money back on this, right? That's a shame. This is actually a good one, man. I feel bad, dog.
King Arthur Legend of the Sword lost $150 million.
Ouch.
Yeah. 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas. $190 million.
That made no money.
They lost $190 million. And the numbers that I'm showing out here is adjusted for inflation to really show, like, because even adjusted for inflation, Cutthroat Island still lost like $180 million. So, yeah. Like, that, yeah. And Cutthroat Island joins it. Yeah, $180 million. They lost. So, yeah, it's joined up there and stuff. Even Jupiter Ascending. Well, no, Jupiter Ascending only lost $100 million. That's shocking. That is very,
Jupiter Ascending. That shouldn't be shocking. I think Jupiter Ascending.
I thought it would have been more than that. That's why I'm saying I'm shocked.
Oh, you thought it'd be worse than that. Oh, yeah, I understand that too. But Jupiter Ascending, what I've realized, a lot more people watch that than I really.
Yeah. Also, another Disney movie, Tomorrowland, adjusted for inflation, lost Disney $160 million.
Man, nobody watched Tomorrowland.
That doesn't surprise me.
Watched.
Funny thing is they still got that attraction in Disney World.
Yeah.
Yo, they advertised the living shit out of Tomorrowland, and nobody watched it, bro.
Yeah, so even to this day, movies are still in there and stuff. I think Battlefield Earth, that's another one that lost. Actually, shockingly enough, I'm shocked it wasn't higher. It only lost the studio $105 million.
Wait, yeah, that's right.
Adjusted for inflation, $105 million.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth definitely was another loss. Wasn't Battle Los Angeles on that list too?
Nope. Battle Los Angeles actually made money.
Okay.
Remember, that came out the same year. That came out the same year. It was dueling with fucking what the fuck was that movie with the people that get their brains sucked in? Shit. It was Donald Faison and them. They were trapped in the fucking apartment.
Talking about Skyscraper.
Yeah, Skyscraper. Both of them came out, and they were both using the same assets for the aliens in both fucking movies.
They were. I thought Skyscraper was going to go somewhere, but didn't.
Well, the sequel was way better than the first one, but that's not a hard
I'm sorry, there was a sequel?
Yep, with the dude from the Raid and fucking dude that played Rumlow in the fucking Captain America movies teaming up to fight the aliens.
Get out of my face, man. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing. They picked up. Side note, they picked up on the plot point. The lady had the baby, and apparently the baby is like half alien. It's like they for some reason, the studio behind it, they reached for the stars on this shit, and God bless them. But yeah, it's better, but that's not saying much because again, you went direct to DVD. It is what it is. But anyway,
I mean, they did, man. It was just Donald. They only had to say, like, are you really gonna watch Donald Faison and better looking Skeet Ulrich? No, you're not.
No.
You're not going to
better looking Skeet Ulrich. God damn it, man.
I do not know that guy's name for shit.
I don't know him either, but
I always that's exactly what I call him too. Better looking Skeet Ulrich.
But Cutthroat Island, what's funny is that it's basically Gian Davis's Morgan Adams versus Frank Magella's dog.
Can I say? Hold on. Can I say also for the record that we talk about losses? Can we say that we lost very good acting potential by killing off one Harris Yulin?
Yeah, we did.
No, I can say no for one reason. Harris, you and I know he is if we had a wall of fame for Bam, he is one of our people in the wall of fame. Yes, he is. But Harris Yulin is not the founding of... But no, Chris. But not Chris. I'm sorry. I love Harris Yulin, but he's not the fountain of acting that we think he is, okay? So... Come on,
you didn't like this exquisite acting in Ghostbusters 2? Yeah! Is it yelling? You didn't like that?
Hold on. No, you did it wrong. Burn at the stake! And then Harris's favorite line where he has this really weird look on his face, leaning back. The Scolari brothers.
The Scolari brothers. Oh.
They're Judas Prudence. The pink thing that lady gave me. They could be exposing themselves.
And you don't want us exposing ourselves.
I'll say this though. Harry Yulin. Okay, so. I watched a lot of the Clear and Present Danger, Jack Bauer.
Let's say Reacher, man. I thought you was gonna say Jack Reacher.
The dude that did the fucking main character in those movies, Jack Ryan. I watched a lot of those, and Harry Yulin, he's always good at playing like white dudes.
Disgruntled general.
Yeah, disgruntled disgruntled like politician that clearly is up to no fucking good. He's really good at playing those roles. Like, you're up to something. I don't know what, but you're up to something. In Clear and Present Danger, I'm like, oh, so you're the guy that's literally gonna fuck over Jack Ryan. All right, cool. See what happens.
Yo, man, Harris Yulin. No, but you're right though, Harris. And I will say this: they did kill him off too early.
I mean, way too early.
They should have just at least save it to the middle of the movie at least. At least the middle of the movie. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way. At least in Godzilla, they killed off Bryan Cranston in the middle of the movie.
Godzilla, he's coming.
No. Eris was about to like this. Hey, Eris, stop mentioning a better movie in this shitty movie.
But I'm just saying,
that tells you something.
I'm just saying that's how you do it. At least that's how you do it from me. When you have an actor, a really good actor in a movie like this, you need all the talent you can get. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Stan Shaw as Mr. Glasspool. He was awesome.
That Jamaican, he had probably a better Caribbean accent than Leon, Dougie Doug, and Malik Yoba. The other nigga, no.
Yo, that also hit me. That also hit me too. Did you like Leon not having a speaking role in that movie? I spotted him. I was like, yo, it's Leon.
Bullshit. Leon was it? Where? I didn't see him.
Uncredited.
Completely uncredited. He was the black guy when they caught Morgan like early on in the movie when Dog first showed up. Mm-hmm. He was the only other black guy besides Stan. He was walking her towards Dog. I was like, yo, that's Leon.
And it's kind of like how fucking
it's impossible to miss.
It's equivalent.
If you go back and watch that movie, if you go back, if you go back, I'm sorry. What I was gonna say, if you go back and watch the movie again, it's early on. He's impossible to miss.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. It's kind of like he went uncredited. It's kind of like how Donald Glover was in Django, uncredited as a fucking slave. It's like, oh, it's Donald Glover. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like he was there, and it's like, hey, it's Leon. I guess they said you couldn't get no goddamn speaking roles, and then they just put him in there, which is ironic because I'm like, well, didn't you whip fucking Sylvester Stallone's ass in fucking Cliffhanger for a hot second? Rennie,
yeah, he did.
You couldn't hook him up with a role in this movie? Something? Damn.
He did.
It's like it was just, weren't we cool just a week ago, Rennie?
Hey, hold up, and he did have that hilarious accent when he was beating the brakes off a slide.
But McCloud,
No, Harris. But I meant to say, the one thing I did say when I realized that was Harris Yulin when he was dying in front of Gina, I was like, oh my God, the fuck did you get that wig from, nigga?
Right?
Almost didn't notice you, bro.
Oh shit!
You know what? Oh God,
I did like how Rennie Harlan he's in the movie himself as an uncredited role as a pirate.
Because of course he had to jerk himself off. Of course.
No, he had to for one main reason, and this goes back into what we talked about through this whole fucking episode. Actors were quitting left and right.
Yep.
Extras were saying fuck no to this movie. So it doesn't surprise me that Rennie Harlan was in this. I didn't see the scene he was in, but I know he's in the movie.
Now, the whole basis of the movie, as with every pirate movie, there's a treasure to be had, and Gina Davis's Morgan Adams has to hunt it down, and the pirate and her uncle have one of the maps, and her father, Black Harry, has another map. And,
I think he had that thing on his head, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So basically the whole thing is like Era said, it's nonstop action set out for the treasure map and also find where the treasure is and stuff. Now the thing of it is this. Like I said, yeah, the action's there, but like you guys are saying, Gina clearly just wanted to get this fucking movie over with, and I feel bad for Matthew Modine because he took some lumps. He actually took a barrel to the fucking head in real life and when they were filming the movie, and they kept the shit in the movie.
That part had me laughing because I said, yo, did this movie just do a nod to Death Wish 3?
Oh, yeah. So, dog.
Yo, that scene. Now, here's the funny thing about that. That scene, though, basically I call the final scene because I pretty much quit the movie after that. The thing that made that so amazing to me was the fact that he cornered her ass. He had her, and he did the one mistake no one does. You don't let Jackie Chan backpedal while you monologue. That's what he did.
Well, actually, the bigger mistake was not just monologue. You don't let him back into a corner while you're monologuing. You don't monologue, period.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't, especially with said item next to her covered with a cloth, and I'm like, you know what? He could have just, roll cancel past that shit.
I mean, how about the fact?
I have to be that asshole. Yo, Frank, I know you like 61 in this movie, but how the fuck did you not notice that cannon?
I also want to point out,
but come on, whatever.
I also want to point out another one for the record. Seeing how this was 3 years, well, probably 9 years earlier, when she's backed into the corner, pulls out the stick, that's lit on fire. You already know what the plan was. And while that part was awesome, I have to say, I'm sorry, movie, but Dinobot did it better when he clubbed Megatron upside the head with a stick with a rock attached to it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he straight up leaped. He just leaped towards him and just cracked his skull with a rock tied to a stick.
But again, like I said, I give the movie credit. Like, if you're doing, and again, it's the 90s, doing practical effects is expensive as shit. So that's also part of probably where the majority of the budget came from. You're talking about a movie where they're having a chase on horseback, clearly, with explosions happening. So you only get like only so many chances to blow up shit. So you factor in all that, and it's like, oh, they made sure to make all their money's worth and stuff to make these chase sequences like legit with the explosions in the background and everything. And I'm like, yeah, like I said, it's just a shame.
It's pretty expensive when you got to deal with animals and what I like to call wood. Mm-hmm. You got to deal with wood a lot, breaking a lot of wood. It gets really expensive.
I mean, you're blowing up boats too. That has to be expensive.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said wood.
Not just blowing them up.
There's a lot of lumber. Put it that way, Chris.
Not just blowing up a boat. You're sinking it too.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, let's not talk about the wire effects they had to use in this movie, because people falling off of boats, people doing full on cartwheels, falling out the top part of a boat and shit. And then you got Frank Langella just eating the motherfucking neck snap to the fucking stomach.
I mean, clearly that wasn't Frank Langella getting dragged through all that shit.
This nigga went through 2 walls.
Three,
and the
sir.
best
Three,
part about
three walls.
3 walls. No, but the best part about it is, I looked at the stunt double that flew out the back of the end of that ship, and I was thinking to myself, and I was just looking at it, I was like, is that a doll? Did they just get a dump? You know what? Whatever.
No. See, you're not going to complain about that because to me, that was funny.
That is funny. No, it's just the way it flopped out. I was like, is that a doll? Did y'all have no money? You know what? The movie's already over. Why am I?
I'll tell you what, though. I will say this, too. The movie reminded me.
Oh, yeah, Gina Davis. And Gina Davis just saying "bad dog." That was her best line in the whole movie. And the only line she gave a full shit about. I was mad about that, man.
I'll tell you what, though. You know what was wild to me is that this movie also reminded me, you remember back in like the 90s when Universal Studios always advertised those stunt shows? That's what this movie reminded me of. A lot.
But actually, Chris, that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. Universal Studios put out Waterworld, and guess who was at Universal Studios doing stunt shows like that?
Waterworld.
Yep. We had a lot of those back then, man. We still do. The last show I saw.
I'm like, first of all, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I skipped out on the backdraft ride for this.
I know, right? Backdraft ride.
You know the last good stunt show I saw? No bullshit. I hate that I'm saying it like this, but last good stunt show I saw was in 2002 when I watched the Batman stunt show at Six Flags. Fuck note, you. It was actually good. It was actually good, man.
Side note here. They made a fucking sequel to goddamn Backdraft, and I'm sitting back like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, they did make one.
Yeah, it was the black version called Black Draft.
Nah, I'm just sitting back like, you guys dare to do a sequel to a movie where it's like, so I know Kurt Russell dies, so you bring back William Baldwin and Donald Sutherland in this fucking movie. Wow. Just wow.
Man, look, dude, we breaking the mold around here, man.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, hey, look. Hey, MGM, can I buy the distribution rights so I can just draft up a draft for Cutthroat Island 2, Black Harder or something like that? I would definitely do that.
Black Harder? No, you mean Cut Harder. Cut Harder. No. Cutthroat Island, the second cut. Or some shit like that.
I will make that shit fucking black as fuck just cause. I will literally just curve from fucking Assassin's Creed. I will curve from
Hey, Chris, no. You got to make your power fantasy. And I don't know. Look, it's your power fantasy. It'd be like starring J. Cole. J. Cole, Chris, you look like me. Leave me alone. Like, who's his girlfriend? Look, so hold on, Chris. Like, so who's gonna play Gina Davis? Like Tracy Ellis Ross. I mean, she ain't bad casting, but really, nigga, like, look, nigga, Nicole Ari Parker wasn't picking up the phone.
Look, listen. I would literally crib from that Assassin's Creed DLC Freedom Cry and just go fucking just...
I know you would.
I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, this is Cutthroat Island sequel? This shit's fucking more entertaining than the first goddamn movie. All right.
Boy, look, you begin to knock on your door from a Frenchman the next day. Hello? Yes, sir. We are from, how you say, Ubisoft. Prepare to get this fade. Wait a minute, huh?
What? It's like,
actually, you know the funny thing, the real...
Chris, they don't touch you. They just break every single thing in your house. And look, and the French guy looks at you. Now fix it again so we can come in here for the next 5 days and do this.
Now, the funny thing is, CJ would he'll turn in an actual prophet with less action.
I know, right? It's just J. Cole. It's J. Cole and the Corey Park. My bad. Tracy Ellis Ross killing fucking white folks. Ubisoft gonna fucking. It's like, hey, Ubi. I literally did a better Assassin's Creed movie than your fucking movie here. I'm just saying. Just put it out there.
Chris, I agree with everything that you had in this movie. So, but why did you get Rail to be the best friend? Look, man, he was the only comedian that was available. He said yes, he was willing to do action, but we let him shoot that one guy. Yeah, that was a funny scene. Yeah, it was a funny scene, though, right?
I swear to God, I literally that shit would make so much fucking money if people really be like, this is a Cutthroat Island sequel? Yes. All right, I guess.
So, D, who would you get to be Matthew Modine yours? Easy. So, Shaw, what are you going to do? Hey, listen, man. First off, you gotta get these females over try to make it.
Look, I mean, if we're going to keep it consistent.
Look, Tyrese will probably crush it.
Nah, we got to get Terrence Howard.
No,
if we're going to keep
Terrence
consistency, fuck it. Get Taraji in there as fucking Gina Davis's character. Fuck it.
No, don't do that. Because she's going to have the same energy. She's going to have the same exact energy as Gina Davis. Don't do that to her.
Wait. No, I got to stop both of y'all right there. See, first of all, CJ, that can't happen because number one, Taraji costs too much money.
True. But then again, Tyler Perry did fucking pay her a ham sandwich to do fucking that fucking movie with her being a crazy ex.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Actually, I only do this because I love the story.
I know I'm just joking on the ham sandwich thing, but you're right.
I don't know. I got to say this because I love the story so much. Tyler actually gave her the whole bag for that.
Oh, I know. I was just joking on
because no other studio wanted to pay her what she was worth, and he paid her in double.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I love that story. I had to say it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, if we're gonna keep it classy here, all right? If we really,
we're not. Let's make this the most ratchetest thing in the world, man.
Well, okay. Well, hold on. If we're gonna go, well, then again, if we're going off of fantasy rules, then yeah, throw her back in. You know who needs to be dog?
It has to be good.
I'm gonna give it. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a name, and it's gonna be hilarious. You're gonna say no. At least I know, D, you're going to say no. But I'm going to throw his name out there just because I want to see him do it.
Go ahead.
Don Cheadle.
See?
No, I say no because only for one reason. I don't think this is the role that he should be heel in. Not this one. Not this.
You give this to Keith David or something.
No, don't give it to Keith. Don't give it to Keith.
I don't want to give it to Keith because that's way too predictable.
It is.
Clifton Powell?
It is. That's actually what I was about to say. You know who you give it to? No, you can't give it to him either. Never mind. Let me take that back. Oh, man. Black actor? No, see, everybody's going to know he's a villain, and I don't think he's
How about the dude from fucking Insecure?
Wait. Hey, CJ, give it to Larry.
Fishburne?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give it to
Actually,
Larry.
I love him
want
in
to say
John
yes.
Wick. He keeps that same energy as the fucking Barrowman in John Wick in this movie. Oh shit, yeah.
I'm sorry. Ever since he delivered that line in the middle of John Wick 3, "Long live the king." Can you imagine him taking a cannonball to the chest after saying that?
Bad dog. Here's him. At least I got my nut. Pow!
Exactly.
Yes! Get Larry! Call that nigga.
And then you just fill in the rest of the crew with varying degrees of Latino and black other black actors and other people. And
Ooh,
stuff
get all the kids that are now officially grown up that played the baby lords from Meteor Man.
Hey, look, I'm doing a little Jonah Hill thing where he's like saying no. Here's me. They're like all dead, like one's in jail. Look, one doesn't want to be on camera. Like, you mean to tell me none of them? Now, we do have Orlando Jones's number. Here's you. No. Would you bring that crackhead up here?
No,
Orlando Jones be the one guy you don't call.
I just get like all the kids from fucking like Blackish and Grown Ups.
Not Orlando Jones. No, not Orlando Jones. Orlando.
No, you're right, Orlando Jones.
No, for mom. That's So Raven, man.
Orlando Brown, that dude.
Yeah,
Orlando Brown. That's his last name. Yeah. Like, hey yo, but we do got Orlando Brown's number. Fuck no, D.
No.
Fuck no. That nigga gonna be talking about wizards and shit in
fact,
the middle of the movie.
You might as well go ahead and just get Corey from Corey in the House. Get that dude. Fuck it.
What's he doing?
Not a goddamn thing.
Is he like fighting in
being a meme? Being a meme.
I understand. I think he is just a meme, and that's where he lives at in the meme world. But is he like fighting off like an indictment or something? Like, didn't like a white man touch him, and he's like going? No, I'm not even joking. Seriously, I haven't seen this nigga.
Actually, the last thing that he was doing, he was on Dancing with the Stars. I'm not even joking on that.
Ah, good for him.
Yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars and stuff. So yeah, he's.
No, you're like, look, here's me. I know you only last for about a week and a half, nigga. Good for you.
and also, he's doing the voice in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So he's got work. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So hold on, Chris. You said different actors. No, let's just be real. This is a black movie. You're about this. There are an awful lot of comedians that are just in the background. Yeah, I know, man. This is a lot of black comedians.
I get Tim Reed to play the Harry Yulin role.
Tim Reed? Nah, I wouldn't get Tim Reed. That would be a whiplash for everybody. Everybody, ain't that the dad for sister?
Yep. And he's getting killed early in the movie. Done.
Yeah. Here's Tim Reed. I got paid my $90,000. I don't know about y'all. Shit. I got paid up front for this shit. You know who be knocking down our door, though? Hey, yo. What's up? Hey, Marlon, we told you're not invited for this movie. Come on, man. We supposed to be black all together. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do about it, Marlon? Are you gonna get on Twitter and make bad jokes about me? What are you gonna do? Seriously, I fucking hate Marlon now. I really do. He's so lame to me now.
Hey, CJ, you know who's gonna be the non-speaking black pirate that's gonna grab Gina Davis's character?
Who?
That'll be non-speaking Tim Meadows.
Bruh.
Really? Tim Meadows?
Tim Meadows just happens to be there. It's like, oh shit, it's Tim Meadows. I haven't seen that dude in a while.
That's what I'm saying. Just have him pop up.
No, it'd be great. We looking at the movie. Somebody, is that Willie D? Nigga, that's Willie D, nigga. Y'all got Willie D? He said yes. The nigga said yes, man.
He said, yeah, we got Willie D.
There's a couple other rappers in here, too. Look, here's Eris. Eris leaning in. There's a couple other rappers in here, too, so keep your eyes open. And then when somebody like, y'all don't see Daz? Who's Daz? Oh my God, y'all niggas. Stops the movie.
Meanwhile,
takes out his iPod. Just Daz Diligent, nigga.
Meanwhile, somewhere in New Orleans, Master P is kicking himself that he didn't find this idea himself.
I got a feeling, here's the funny thing. We will get Master P to be in the movie. Oh, don't give him no lines. Don't lie.
Don't give no
Let it be one of those situations where dog got all his pirates, and you're just looking at all the pirates, and you're like, yeah, oh shit, nigga, ain't that wasn't it? Yeah, that's it. Master P, what? And we do like a little slow tracking shot, Eris, while dog is talking, and we're just showing all the pirates in the background, and you're just pointing out at everybody you see. It will be a spectacular event. Trust me. It will be awesome.
It's like, oh shit, Shield the Shocker. What the fuck you doing here? I need money, dog. What are you talking about?
Now the one, and then of course
Devin,
that one.
nigga, Devin. That's Devin, nigga.
Get that one pirate. Hold up. Then that one black pirate who's got the aim of Hawkeye from far away with a rifle. That will be our boy Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar, really? Got him on the cheap, y'all. Got that nigga on the cheap, y'all.
Hey, he said, he loved our podcast. He said he do that shit for fucking scale. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No. Okay. All right. I know I said give the role.
In the background.
Look, I know I said give the role of dog to Larry. D, because we talked to him and he was such a blast to talk. He was such a blast to talk to. Gotta give it to Carrie.
Oh, Carrie Payton?
Give it to Peyton.
I think he could be Stan Shaw's character, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, have him be Mr. Shaw? Fine.
Yeah. Works. No, I mean, no, Stan Shaw would, no, Stan Shaw's character.
Have Mr. Glassball with the actual Jamaican accent?
Yeah, Mr. Glassball,
Bet.
I mean, see, I was going to
Corey can do fucking Jamaican. He can do Jamaican very well, so yes, give it to him.
And also...
Tell you the truth, I was going to consider getting Stan Shaw to come back.
Nah, but also...
me too. Me too.
Me too.
You know what? Fuck all that. We're mean. Nah, they ain't be Tracy Ellis Ross. Nah, get Rachel True to do that. Yes, baby, we're making you a star.
But also to keep in line with Corey Payton doing multiple roles, we also give him Rennie Harlan's role as the pirate with the rifle and shit, and put a different wig on Corey Payton and shit just for shit to
we do that. No, we only do that for Corey Payton and Phil Lamar. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke where people like, why they doing like two different, and people that know be like, oh, I get it. All right, y'all kind of funny for that. All right, cool. And make sure it's a different voice that they're using if they say something.
Oh, make it, and also make it the worst wig that we can find.
The shittiest wig we can find. I can imagine Chris being a producer sitting in his chair eating golden Japanese KFC. Yeah, as Eris told us, the best KFC is the Japanese KFC. So CJ just eating a bucket of chicken over there like, not shitty enough. Give me a better one. Nigga, that's falling off. We can use that one. Smacking his teeth with a double down in his mouth. You done it right there. What? You don't do right there. What? We can use that shit right there. Okay, Chris. All right, we got you.
Oh my god, I'm mad that we just made a sequel.
Again, I said this like 4 times on the podcast before. Hey, Hollywood, look at me, Hollywood. I'm getting sick and fucking tired of 3 Black Geeks making your movies better. I'm tired of this shit.
Seriously,
we are giving gold.
Given our 9.5-year history of podcasts that we've done and the number of times that we have made literally on the fly better movies than Hollywood has even dreamed of making.
Look, dreams can happen because 2 people came up with a sequel to the Karate Kid series with Cobra Kai, and they made a series out of it that's actually really good. So hey, anything can happen if we're gonna be real.
That is very true.
Well, you know what? I think it's just one of those things where, we'll get noticed one day, and by the time you notice this, it'll be too late, and you'll be like, why didn't we pick 3 Black Geeks when we had a chance? And I said, because you didn't like the fact that we kept picking black people to play roles. Yes, Hollywood, look at your sin.
Actually, just to keep in line, because if you have a black movie, you need that one token white person.
We gotta have a couple of token white people. One or 2.
Playing Mordecai Fingers Adams. We get
he has to be black.
No.
Note the last name. No, he has to be black. Note the last name Adams.
Shit.
And the fact that dog is black too, and he's a part of that family too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we were to break that rule, I was going to give that role to a Negro Gordon.
Ha!
Ooh.
Negro Gordon from Black Lightning?
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
right.
if I had to get a token white dude to be in this movie, fuck it, I'd be like, yo, Andy Serkis, what you doing right now? Come on.
I was about to say, it's got to be Andy Serkis, bruh. No, hold on. Why do we get Andy Serkis just to use up all of our CGI budget on a regular-looking white guy? And look, Andy, look at the finished product. Wait. I'm playing a white man. Why didn't you just have me do it? Well, Andy, nobody's gonna believe it's you. So
Andy, look, if Andy was
hey,
fucking...
shut the fuck up, Gollum. I mean, shut the fuck up, man.
Look, Andy Serkis, why I say Andy Claw?
Andy Claw. Actually, you should call. I'm calling him that here on out. Andy Claw. Thank you.
Serkis, literally, you could tell he was having fun on Black Panther. He would have had fun on our set of fucking Cutthroat Island. Dead serious, like, oh shit, it's like Black Panther, man. Where's the cookout? Let's go.
No.
Well,
Let's be real, Andy. Okay, I've been on stage with too many black people at one time. It's time to go.
one other white guy that I can go with since we got to go with someone white. He's not doing anything super important. No, I'm not gonna say that because I did actually talk to him. I'm like, look, are you working with your band right now? Oh, you guys are off tour? Okay, cool. All right, Thomas, Ian, Nicholas, let's go. I got you,
Bruh. Quicksilver, yes.
Yep.
Thomas, he ain't doing nothing. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. Now here's the funny part about this.
Good random white guy.
Now this isn't shocking about the movie and stuff. Frank Langella, he actually has gone on record in interviews that he enjoyed being a villain in this movie.
Dude, I would enjoy, like, first of all, I would enjoy it too because when you get to deliver the line, "We are family."
Before Vin Diesel made a thing and copyrighted it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
Look, Lugella. One of the best things about Lugella.
It's been a long time since I've seen you, Morgan.
Lugella.
That's why I killed Harry. I'm sorry, D.
It's all right.
His lines were...
You got to realize, though,
legendary in this movie.
Oh, it is.
His acting in general, I think Frank Langella is one of the most... he's not one of the most. He's up there with one of the longer running character actors, like how Christopher Lee was and all the rest of them. He can play pretty much anything you put him in. But where Langella really does well for me, and he stopped doing it, the older he got, was playing villains. Mm-hmm. So he loved playing villains. He loves doing the overacting.
Frost Nixon.
Actually, yeah, he was good. Actually, he was pretty good in Frost Nixon. Playing Nixon, he was really good at that.
Yeah.
But one of the ones where oh my God, this nigga might as well ran to like I said, to all the parts of the set and started eating it while jerking off, was him playing Skeletor in Masters of the Universe.
Another role that he enjoyed playing. He enjoyed the shit out of that.
You can tell that because what Frank really loves doing is overacting. Mm-hmm. And even in this movie, it's a bit overacting too, because a lot of that just that dog talk. Thank you, Eris. That dog talk. The dog talk. Yeah, that's shit that people like to chew into. Like, oh, this is gonna be so terrible. Yes, let me do it. Like, there's a reason why people love M. Bison. Why Julia doing M. Bison? Because it's just so. Really? It's fun.
I mean, look, Raw might have been on cancer, but that motherfucker chewed that goddamn scenery and was like, yo, I'm going to go for broke. Let's go.
Going for broke on this one. We are not acting, we are acting.
I mean, hell, even when he's like opposite fucking Cisco and Deep Space Nine, because I remember he was in some episodes of Deep Space Nine, he is chewing it up opposite fucking, what's-his-face at Cisco.
Oh my goodness, man. Sometimes you just got to have a role that just gives you what you want. And it's always the villain. It's always the villain.
And it's just like the whole, like, again, I would give Matthew Modine credit to his credit and stuff because he was a fencer. And you could tell he was enjoying doing the fight scenes in this movie. You could tell. He was really loving it and enjoying it. So, like you said, y'all were saying about Gina Davis and her wanting to get it over with. You could tell Matthew Modine really was in for the movie. And like Dee was saying, it's just after this movie, Matthew Modine's career just took a dump. Immediately. It dropped. Big time. He was still working to his credit, but it was just like, this is the last time he was actually in a big movie. So,
that's very true because he was not in a big movie.
The last big one was probably Dark Knight Rises. That might be the last big one he was in. I mean, because other than that, his role
in that one was not like how it was for Cutthroat Island.
I mean, hell, he
never had and when it comes to the movies, he never had a starring role again. Television, he fared better in television.
Yeah, because I will say that because I think me and you were watching Weeds, right? He was in Weeds for like a full season, wasn't he? I think he was.
I never watched Weeds. I thought you
were okay.
But the only thing I know about Weeds is that Lexington Steele was in an episode of Weeds. That's the only thing I know about that show.
But Eris knows this though. Hey, Eris, fucking Matthew Modine was in Transporter 2. That was funny, wasn't it?
Oh, that was hilarious with him in Transporter 2.
I was sitting there like, Matthew Modine, what the fuck you doing in the Okay, cool. Shit. All right. You're still working. All right. Bet.
I was like, Cutthroat Island, Matthew Modine and Transporter? Okay.
All right. Actually,
all right, we got a movie.
The one that shocked me, though, and it actually came out very recently, he was in the Sicario sequel as an FBI agent. I was like, oh shit, fucking Matthew Modine. Damn. All right, cool. You slowly getting yourself back into the public eye with some of these movies. All right, cool.
Which is why I give him so much credit. I'm like, dude, you never gave up.
No, he was like, nah, motherfucker, you Cutthroat Island might have tried to break me, but it did not break me. He kept working.
You know what? But you know that's just the thing, man. When it comes to a lot of roles in Hollywood, you got to keep on going, man. You just can't straight up give up on your career, on your dream and shit, man. Some people press on. Some people, like Daniel Stern, I'm doing art now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
some people can do that. A lot of people can't.
And it's wild that, like I said, it was like this movie broke a lot of people, but then Rennie Harlan the following year, somebody in the studio was like, "Hey, Rennie, long kiss, good night, have fun." I'm like, you gave him another movie like that. I think D, you said it best. You're surprised this shit didn't kill Rennie Harlan. I mean, that's wild to me. They gave him that, and then Deep Blue Sea, and then Driven, which was, I don't know what to say about Driven. That's a movie in and of itself.
Yeah, it's a movie. It was made.
It was made. It was. I still don't get about Driven. I still don't get it. It was like it was trying to be this kart racing. It was like it was trying to be Days of Thunder for kart racing, and it just didn't work.
Can you really do?
I mean, but like I said, he get like Mindhunters again. It's like, yo, Mindhunters is actually pretty good, and then we're gonna give you the Exorcist prequel. Okay.
It's like for every good movie he's given, he ends up doing like two bad ones.
And then he does The Covenant, which again, it was The Craft for dudes, and that made money. Am I lying?
No, you're not. No, you're not lying at all. Because when I sit back and I watch, not that movie, but since you mentioned The Craft, every time I think of The Craft now, I just remind myself of our probably one of our best BAM episodes we've ever done, dude. The Craft is like The Craft is a live action non hentai version of Bible Black.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Only difference is we ain't got Fairuza Balk, making sure a girl blows and have sex with an ugly guy. That's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was missing.
Exactly like it.
And then Harlan turns around and gets John Cena to do 12 rounds.
I'm sorry, man. Every time you do the John Cena, it just reminds me of the Botchamania bit. Earl freaking Hebner.
But here's the thing, it's like 12 rounds worked out for him a bit just because it was a guilty pleasure for a lot of people. But then he turned around and did the Legend of Hercules movie to go up against the Rock's Hercules movies, and that didn't work out in his favor at all.
But you know what? I really feel as though that, well, I already know for the fact that we're not done talking about Rennie Harlan, but I think we're done for talking about him for a good minute.
I mean, look, at this point, we've done a chunk of his fucking movies at this stage unknowingly.
Yeah, we got all the movies that, we wanted to talk about. I don't think nobody's in a rush. Here's the thing. We're eventually going to do Long Kiss Goodnight, but I don't know when. I'll just be honest with you. I really don't know when.
I'll be surprised if we somehow end up doing 12 rounds before Long Kiss Goodnight in some weird
Exactly. You're seeing it the way I see it, bro. Don't be surprised if that happens.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's man.
Anyway.
Yeah. But anyways.
So, next week, it's time for all of us to go out to the desert and get held up.
Boo! Boo! Fucking boo!
I hate myself. That was awful.
Ta-da, people.
Did you hit? Are we done recording?
No, I didn't hit stop recording yet.
Peace, everybody.
We done.
This is an MB13 production. Fly melodies.